I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
We're
I ain't doing
live.
shit.
We're back. Yep.
Why am I?
I was trying to wait for the moment to
Why
flip
do I look
over,
like
but
I have hair, man?
oh, that's that
Got a little
17.
bit of infighting going.
Your chair went up, Vid. That's all I'm saying. I didn't mean anything with your camera, but looks like you got one of those colonial rolls. One of those colonial rolls wigs things going on. There he is.
My camera's about 10 inches closer to me than normal too, so it was like weird of like trying to figure out how to.
We're trying to remember where spot is.
More normal. You can see my old boxes that you usually can see. Everything is fine. I should move them one of these days. So welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden, right? Session 54.
Yes.
Stonejaw King.
The
Stonejaw.
So,
I have placed the links in the chat. There they are. If we have a link, it's in that link tree. Imgur for some maps. We have some digital maps that you guys can use in your own stuff. We have a YouTube channel. There's of course Discord, and there's a TikTok, and I'm sure there's some other stuff in there. But there's a link to Vid's D100 game is also in there. Check that out. And then of course at the bottom of chat there is the channel points that you can use to buy healing for the party and stuff like that. You could also, give Vid advantage, but
why would you
try
do
not
that?
to.
Don't
try to let people do that.
At least not on purpose.
At least not on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's excellent. So, Corgi, what happened last time?
Oh, right. Well, it has been a few weeks, so I'm sure we all need a refresher.
Most for me.
Well, when we began our last session, we were walking away from the ruins of the prison, leaving it behind us after it was destroyed by asteroids. The group followed the road back towards the Tin Towns as a heavy blizzard blows in and snow starts to fall. They see a small fire in the distance and are greeted. If you are here to finish the exile, shoot straight. If not, come and get warm. He tells them he is Varn of the Wolf Tribe. He was thrown out for defying the de facto leader, Hruna One-Eye. There is an ogre tribe called the Stonejaw Kin that have blocked the path that they were going to take south. He says that if they sneak into the wolf camp and find any resistance, maybe I said this wrong.
Find resistance to Nertha.
Oh yeah, Runa is the actual leader.
Yes.
Nerta is the de facto leader. Nerta, anyone who wants to resist Nerta, to gather them up and bring them to Varn. He will aid them in getting past the Stonejaw Kin. While they think they set up camp for the night, that night from the darkness, two large figures appear, giants. They manage to avoid detection as the beasts wander close by, speaking of their leader, Arok. In the morning, they agree to help Varn. He tells them to speak with Selva Two Moons. She may be more sympathetic and help them. He says they may also try to speak with Hruna to see if they will help take his position back as leader. On the way, they find the bodies of several half-ogres on the frozen river, and oddly, a few bodies seem to be missing. They eventually manage to sneak to the edge of the camp, just in time to see an ice druid brand some with the mark of Oro. Seeing a few people that appear to be upset by this, using command, Zakum has one of them approach. They agree to meet up at the abandoned longhouse north of the village to speak with the gal, the two moons. Thank you. Oh my gosh, my notes were really bad the last time. I guess we won't talk about it.
Yeah, that's
Let's talk
it.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's in detail talk about how your notes were bad last time. So yeah, we ended with you actually having made contact with one of the Ragged Warriors, and you agreed to meet them in a ruined longhouse outside of the camp. And I think that's where we'll begin. You guys sneak out to this longhouse, and you still see the camp in the distance, and the building is like she said, or they, can't remember their gender, but like they said, the roof has sort of half collapsed, and snow is drifting inside of it. But it is sheltered from the wind anyway. You could probably make a fire in here. There is an old fire pit. Might be cozier to negotiate. But it
Is
might
there
be
any
spotted.
firewood?
No, but I'm sure you have some.
Yeah.
There is firewood, actually, by the way. Damn it.
Yes, firewood.
You can use parts of the old roof and things like that if you want to.
I do that.
Okay. You start a fire. I mean, you set a fire. You don't start a fire. You're not burning the place down. I trust.
Well, if she's making the fire, we might want to roll on that just to make sure.
I was waiting for that comment.
I would never assume what Alexica's going to do.
That's why I was hedging my bets, really. And you sort of wait there for a while, and then you see a few people sort of silhouetted against the camp, drawing nearer. What do you guys do?
I sneak outside behind the building into the shadows with my bow drawn just in case, and I try to hide.
All right, Gareth, Sakum, any?
I guess I'll ready my crossbow just in case.
All right.
I sit there and munch on my ration.
Excellent. Yeah. So a few minutes later, 4 or 5 of the tribespeople come in. They don't have any weapons drawn or anything. They look at you and they say, well, who are you guys, and what are you doing here? We heard some rumors, but please enlighten us.
I'm still hiding in the shadows.
Yep.
Just in case.
Hey, Ed, you're muted.
What was his name?
Here.
Varn. So
Yes.
I'll just tell them that Varn sent us to speak to Two Moons, or whatever her name was, right? Two Moons.
Yes.
Selva.
Silva Two Moons.
There we go. She's in chat, or well, her name is. Yeah. Varn, you say? We thought he was dead by now.
No, we came across him on the way from Revel's End, and he asked us to try and contact Selva on his behalf.
Okay. Well, from the sort of back of these warrior types, a older woman pushes forward. I'm Selva, and what business is it of yours? How this tribe fares? You're outsiders.
It's no business of ours. We were just asked to contact you on Varn's behalf.
Okay.
We are just messengers.
Well, I will be happy to speak with Varn. We have some issues in the tribe. I'm sure you've gathered as much. We have this
And I'll,
druid.
I was gonna say I'll signal to Alexica that she can come in.
Yeah.
I put up my bow, but I walk in like on my 4 legs, like a normal little dog.
Oh, what a cute dog, Selva says.
Careful, it bites.
I like stand up on my hind feet. I stand up on my hind feet like I'm begging for a treat, and I go and like loll my head to the side with my tongue out, like.
Get flashbacks of Men in Black or something, man, with that dog.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Get out of here! With a New York accent. Get out of here!
I've never seen this side of Alexica before.
No, it's very new. Yeah. Right.
What are you talking about? I'm always asking about food. I feel like this is very on brand.
Yes, but now you're not asking. Now you're begging.
Okay. If nobody gives me any food, I want people to underestimate me, so I just walk.
Okay, well, how about you roll a acting, whatever it's called.
Performance? Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I'm really good at this. Oh no, It could have been worse. A 14.
Is she a cute dog or not?
I'm not even
It looks like a failure.
Yeah. No. Okay, well, Selva does give you a bit of, what's it called?
Doggy treat.
No, meat that you dry.
Jerky.
Oh, jerky. Jerky.
That's it, yeah, jerky. Thank you very much. Language, man, language.
I take it gently in my mouth, and
I thought jerky was universal. Jerk. Okay,
and,
I'm sorry.
walk
Okay.
and just like pat my way over to sit next to Gareth, and then I just sit down, and then I grab the jerky. No, I don't.
You grab the jerky.
And I just hold it in my I just hold it in my mouth.
You say, why, thank you.
Oh, such a good dog, she says. So, if you can get Varn to come over here, we'll meet you here. When do you? How long is that gonna take?
Ooh, half a day journey was it?
I don't remember. Let's have a look.
Go to the big map. I think we marked where we are on the map is where he was camped, and then I think you marked the village.
Yeah, we have all it marked. I just need to find the blimmin' map, man. There we go.
They were. This
So
first time it was.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, so it's basically it's 3 miles out, you know. So that's an hour or 2 one way. So 2 hours or 3 hours back and forth.
I think it's wise for him to come here, or should we meet in a neutral spot?
I mean, we can't really leave for very long, she says,
very
without
true.
raising suspicion. So this is probably the most neutral it's gonna get.
I mean, this is on the outskirts of the village. I mean, as long as we can get them through the ravine undetected.
I think,
That shouldn't be a problem.
So anyway, the longhouse, I had a brain freeze then. The longhouse is around like half a mile outside of the camp, so it should be well clear of any interference that way. And you guys think that having gone through this gauntlet once, you think that you've found ways now to to, without skill rolls and faffing around, get to and from this cabin. Of course, if you go closer to the camp, we might have to start.
So what time is it now? Like, is it middle of the night now, or is it?
It's an excellent question. It is. Yes, it is the middle of the night. It's
In
right
the middle
around 1 o'clock or so, you would estimate.
Okay. So then I would suggest, for his safety, that we meet you back here tomorrow night.
All right, that's a deal around midnight or something. Yep, it's agreed, she says.
Sounds like a plan.
Good luck. And they turn around and leave.
Yeah. So if we leave now while we still have the cover of darkness, we should be able to make it back to Varn in a few hours.
That's for sure. Yep. And so
Agreed.
you do, actually. Sorry, Avalon?
I'll say agreed.
He said
Leave,
agreed.
instead of sleeping or taking a rest, we'll leave now while it's still dark.
Yeah, for sure. It's no problem. You do manage to sneak past through the ravine, past any outriders, outwalkers. They don't have mounts. Across the frozen river, and you end back in Varn's camp. And yeah, he has heard you when you come close. So he's standing there with his bow ready, and he lowers it when he sees that it's you guys.
I give
How
him
did
the piece
you-
of jerky.
You what?
I give him the piece of jerky.
Oh my gosh!
It's all,
Wow, thank
all
you,
softened up with dog slobber.
It's nice and warm.
Oh, he obviously eats it. Oh, good,
Nice and salty.
good bouquet in this, he says.
I cast command, making thinking that he's eating dog food. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, really?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna have to take that away from you.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm sure there's some sort of forget spell. Anyway, how did you fare? He says.
We made contact with Selva. She said she's willing to speak with you. There's a ruined longhouse just outside of camp that we're to bring you back there tomorrow night, and she will meet with you.
Excellent. Okay, that sounds great. Well, you
mean
guys have
tonight?
probably had a long day,
Yes.
so why don't you let me keep watch for a bit and have a rest. And
Dun, dun, dun.
you do. While you are asleep, the heavy snow keeps falling. And I think you will sleep with this watch as well, right? And you wake up sometime around 7 or 8, and the snow has stopped and been replaced by really cold winds from the northeast. And you can sort of hear them pulling on the tents. But you manage to have a long rest. And you wake up around 10 o'clock in the morning. Or in the, morning. And you guys can spend the day however you like here. The frigid winds are going to continue, but there are lots of things you can do. You can look for more firewood. You can hunt. You can forage, or you
Fail
can
to
just
teach him to
laze
sit.
around. You can also practice with whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess I'll do some foraging. and see if I can't kick up some small game or something.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, I do so foraging too, or hunting, but I'm looking for an ivory tusk.
Ivory tusk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, do you involve maybe Varn in this, Abelard? He might know.
Hey, Varn.
You know?
I'm looking. Could you help me out? You understand the local animals around here. I need to redo my mask. It was burned up in an accident, so I need a piece of ivory so I can carve out a new mask. Do you know I can find something like that around here?
I think there's a good chance he will. I'm just gonna. Yeah. He says that I can probably help you with that. Yeah. So he takes you on a bit of a hike for the watch here. You don't need to roll anything, but we'll come back to you in a second here. So,
okay.
DC 15 survival check to forage, Gareth. By the way, Corgi, do you want to help him?
I was training my dog and I failed.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
Crit.
Crit. Okay, you get 2 D6 rations, mate. You can roll it yourself.
Nice.
And also, I think, on top of that,
4.
you find
4 rations.
4 on 2d6.
Yep, a 1 and a 3.
What you guys like. But you also actually find something else. You find a lichen. A lichen. Sorry.
Lichen. It's like a lichen.
And
oh, lick 'em.
You know it. Yeah. By the name of Chant. I need to change its name, by the way, because it's
Chant the lichen.
Yeah, Chant. And with some sort of herbalism role, you also know what to do with it. And I don't know what. Nature. Come on, man. Nature roll. DC 10.
So who's this?
This is
Me.
Gareth.
Okay, gotcha.
Nature, where are you? Come on, baby. +0. 5.
Oh my god.
Wait.
5? Okay, well you don't know what it is, but you know it's important. Or it could be.
So I'll
you
collect
pick-
it.
You sort of collect it and head back to camp. So I just want a little random encounter for...
Is there a quantity of it, or it's just I just collected the lichen?
It's a D4 doses.
Okay. Come on, 1. 2.
That's good. I mean, for a D4, it's pretty alright. So, Zakum, he takes you north into these hills here, still really following the frozen river. And around about here, you think you are, you come upon a place. It's like a little ravine in this mountain, and in it there are, you can immediately see 4 or 5 mammoth skeletons.
Ooh.
Some of the herds go here to die, he says.
Ah, very respectable, old, wise, in the graveyard. Sacred area. Perfect.
But with the right sacrifices, I'm sure we can steal away a tusk.
Sacrifices? As in...
Oh, so just rituals to the spirits. And he goes on to do some strange to shamanistic rituals. It's not like he has any medical ability, you realize? But he's learned the rituals and he sort of performs them as rituals, not as not as something that is actually going to do anything.
Gotcha.
And then he says, you should be good to take one now.
All right. I'll take a nice good section, maybe about 3 feet.
Yep. They are massive, you know. And
I know.
Probably quite valuable if you manage to drag them to civilization, but that's hardly your goal at the moment. Instead, you take a good section, chop it off with an axe or something like that, and or actually, really, you should have a saw for it. But...
I have a dagger. We can.
A dagger?
I know.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Let me.
As you take the tusk, the rest of the bones form into a golem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
No, you're fine.
Defile my sacred site.
I find a broken piece. Broken piece, 3-foot section. I mean, it's old skeleton, probably right. Got stomped on. You never know.
Yeah. Never know. But anyway, you do get back to the camp around 2 o'clock or so, and actually you all converge. Corgi looks a bit disheartened.
What's wrong, Alexia?
I mean, Alexia, yeah. Sorry.
I was just attempting to teach the dear dire wolf pup to sit today, but every single time I would show him how to sit, he would just stick his butt in my face.
Did you try positive reinforcement? Can't always be negative.
I mean, I positively tried to reinforce what I was doing.
Well, practice makes perfect. Keep at it.
How did you smell? Varn says.
I mean, he's healthy, obviously. I mean, that's. But beside the point.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah.
But by letting him take a nap or something, he did take a nap.
He's very happy though. He feels like he's made connections with Alexia today. So you have another watch where you can do things if you want to. However, as the afternoon draws on, the heavy snows come back, and it's hard to see far outside of the camp, basically. You can go out and forage and hunt and things like that again. However, you will have to navigate to not get lost.
No, well, we all know I would, so I'm definitely not going anywhere. Did you have any luck? Did you have any luck on your hunting adventure earlier?
Me?
Yeah, my best friend. Of course, I would.
And I'll show her my pack. That, you know, the rations that I managed to scavenge up, and then I'll show her the like, and I say also found this.
Could I roll to see if I know what it is?
For sure. For sure.
I know exactly what it is.
Oh my gosh! Now I have to look up what it is.
See what you did. Oh.
So it's a lichen. You need to dry it, and then you can eat it, and it will give you advantage on saves to prevent exhaustion due to cold.
Oh, nice.
But the drawback is, when you've eaten it, you will need double rations for the next day.
Ooh, makes you dehydrated. Can you make it into a tea? No.
I'm sure you could, yeah.
Chant chai?
Yeah, chant chai. So let's just I'll give you the
Chia.
Give you the.
What if we did a little pinch between your cheek and gum?
Yeah.
All right, so nobody heads out, and the watch passes. When do you plan to set out for the longhouse?
First
Probably
daybreak?
when it when it first starts getting dark, we'll set out.
I mean, it's been dark now for 4 hours. But that's
Fair enough.
because of the
We're in the north.
circumstances, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we said we'd be there at midnight, so probably, you know.
sure. I mean, it's fine as well to wait in there for a couple hours if you need to. So, yeah, off you go then. In the evening at 6 o'clock, you set out.
On the way, I'll tell them about the half ogres that we found dead on the ice.
All right. Yeah, there must have been a battle then, or a skirmish between our tribe or my tribe, sorry, and my former tribe, I should say, and the half ogres.
Did they eat them? Why would there be a couple of missing?
Because they dragged the wounded back to the camp.
And they collected their dead. My tribe collected their dead, but the half ogres didn't bother, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense. That encounter makes no sense, so we'll just skip it.
Whales burst out of the snowbanks.
No, there was suddenly a chasm was supposed to appear. I mean, you've walked this now 3 or 4 times, so there's not going to be any surprises, are there? So.
Yeah. Sharknado.
As we're crossing the river, a narwhal tusk comes piercing through the ice.
Yeah.
Everybody roll.
He's making note. I just want to let you know right now he's writing this down.
No.
Everybody roll dex.
Dex for sure.
I mean, a skeleton golem is a thing. I'm just saying. But,
A bone golem? Yeah, that'd be hilarious. A bone golem with mammoth bones.
yeah, once his
like a
tusk back. Don't.
Bone golems make me think of what was his name? The soup guy.
Viscous? Viscous
no.
Viskin?
I mean, he was viscous at the end, but
Yeah, if Gareth had only understood what the cauldron did.
yeah, I know, right? Viskin, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, you come to the longhouse. You relight the fire, and you wait.
Oh, while we wait, I'm gonna start carving to create my mask.
Yeah, for sure. So let's make that some sort of thing you can do.
Progressive,
on
yeah.
your things. What sort of? How do you do crafts in this game? It's a toolkit thing, isn't it? Always.
So, I have all the tinkerer's tools from the Black Cabin.
Sure, I'll let you use those.
So I'll either help him or let him use the tools. I'll loan him, whatever, hammer and chisel or hatchet, whatever he needs to get it done. But so I have tools.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I would say you can, like on watches where you guys don't do anything, or like when you have the option to go foraging and things like that, you can roll DC 10 dex with the tools.
Yep.
There.
Sounds good. I'll look up too. I won't answer it this session, but there's a progression where you can add that skill set to your character, and I have to look up the rules for that, but we can work towards that too. But I'll have to look that up for you.
And that, because this is kind of bone, isn't it? You can probably make the skill Scrimshander thing, right? Which is what they do in the 10 towns with the fish bones.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. And I would say maybe you need 6 successes to complete this thing.
Okay. So Dex, not a save. It'll be just a skill check, right? So.
Yeah, skill check, but you don't have the skill yet, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Just Dex. Cool. And yeah, why don't you roll one of them now, since you have some hours. There we go. Excellent. So you're 1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. All right.
Pretty cool. Okay, and then you again see some people, some more this time, maybe 8 or 9 people, come towards the camp. And yeah, they, or towards the longhouse, and they arrive.
Well, when I see him, of course, I naturally immediately go back into hiding.
Okay. Man, you go back into hiding.
I am suspicious.
I mean, that's a good trait, I think, for me as a game master. However, Selva is among the people arriving, and it's
Still.
It's fine. They sort of gather around the fire and they nod at you, and you can see that it's sort of a mix of old and younger people, and some are probably hunters and some are warriors. And then there's Selva, who's some sort of unspecified person. It's not obvious what she is. But they look at Varn, and he says, former clans people, I'm grateful that you have come to hear me hear my words. And they say well, Selva says we're surprised actually. We thought you would be dead by now, that the winter would have claimed you. And one of the younger warriors says, "You're a coward, Varn. You abandoned us, and then you didn't have the decency to die." And Varn says that I would have died if it wasn't for these 10-towners. They saved my life. You hear one of the huntresses mutter a prayer to Orwell under her breath. Anyway, a negotiation starts.
I shoot.
It's a okay. I mean, this is not goblin negotiations, okay? This is...
I don't know. She praised oral, so I shoot.
Amber. Me.
I don't know. Corgi walked off.
Okay, so there's a lot right there. This is out of Xanathar's. So basically, whatever the item is, they need to have the material worth at least half of the item's value, and then they take whatever the gold value of the item to be crafted and divide it by 50, and that's how many work days it will take to craft the item.
All right.
So, all right. And multiple characters can combine efforts to.
That's cool.
To craft.
Excellent. Yeah. So that would mean that the mask is worth around 300 gold in this case. Does that seem reasonable, Abadar?
Yeah, for an Ivory mask, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Non-magical, yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I will just go with what we said there.
Yeah, but yeah. That's what's in Xanathar's for crafting non-magic items.
Yep, that's excellent. We're using it. Henceforth.
Yep. No, yep, matches the player's handbook. I was going to say that afterwards, but yep. Sounds good.
Did Corgi excuse herself again?
I don't know. I think she was chasing off a dog.
No, I'm not here.
Oh, you there? Oh, I thought I heard you run away.
No. I'm
You
just
decided to
quiet, letting you guys talk.
All right. Okay, cool. So that's brilliant. So, yeah, negotiation. You need to guys reach 4 successes before 4 fails, and it's another skill challenge. So you guys can suggest a skill, or I can suggest one for you if you're if you get hooked, or if you can't come up with something, and we'll see how it goes. And the easiest way to do it, I think, is to just roll initiative. So.
Okay. I could do that.
3. I don't know. Still don't know why I'm not being added to the
You're
turnover.
clicking on your token?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Oh, you know why? Probably why? Because the token doesn't have my full name.
Yeah, but you're rolling into chat, so...
Yeah, but I'm using D&D Beyond to roll it, so it has to match what I have.
They are
Mine
too.
doesn't.
I don't think Alexicus has her full name either, or Gareth. I think you have surnames on your character sheet as well.
Let's see.
I'll try clicking it, rolling it again, and see if it works.
I added him now. It's fine.
If I go to your sheet...
Alright, I'll debug it later.
That's funny. I can roll from your sheet into initiative.
That's just bizarre, man.
I'll debug it later.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we have Gareth starting, and the thing is, you can I can suggest some things here. Persuasion would of course work. Insight, intimidation.
Yeah. So playing to my strengths would be like investigation or perception. But I could go persuasion. I'm a +1 in persuasion.
Sure. So you try a direct and honest appeal to the tribe's honor and history. The wolf spirit runs through your true leader, Runa. Will you turn your back on him now? And you got it. It's a success.
Nice.
I just need to come up with how these freaking tokens work. Oh yeah, I got it. There we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
What you forget in a couple of weeks is insanity.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yes. Yeah, the fire sparkles, or it doesn't sparkle. It crackles. Alexica, as Gareth finishes his speech, and you can see some of the tribespeople nodding in approval. What do you do? I can continue with some other suggestions. Nature, history, animal handling, performance.
I was actually going to suggest history myself.
Excellent.
Okay.
Citing some tribal legends or ancient betrayals, similar to the druids' schemes, Nertha's schemes. Long ago, the wolf tribe fell into ruin following a shaman like this. Will you walk the same path? And you do it.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
I do it, but I like, you know, I don't say anything. I just kind of like whisper it in the ear of somebody else so that they can use it.
All right.
Like I whisper it to Varn.
Excellent. Yeah, Varn goes with it. Varn goes with it.
Like the tail wagging the dog, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And
I'm still cute little dog, just like.
when Varn then, we say, is finished, they pass around some mead around the fireplace, and to you guys as well. And then it's the goon's turn.
Well,
how's your performance?
pretty
Animal
good.
handling?
How about medicine? Can I spike the mead?
Yes, but to what effect?
Lower their inhibitions.
I mean, mead, alcohol by nature will lower your barriers to.
Yeah, it will.
But mead by itself. I was gonna play off the druid culture of you know, the medicine man, king of the tribe.
Yeah,
But
I'll allow it. That's fine. We'll do that as that. Yeah. You speak of the sacred pact with the Allfather and how the druids twisted personal gain. How's that? You can
I
roll
like it.
medicine.
18.
Man, this is no fun. And you think that you have most of the tribes people with you now, or these guys that have gathered here, but you need to seal the deal, Gareth.
Close the negotiations.
Said something about nature and animal handling, right?
Yep, for sure. Animal handling and nature, separate things here.
I'll go nature. I'm 0 on both of them, so
That's cool.
we'll see how this is gonna go. 16, not bad.
You say that you point actually to where the where Varn took Sakum earlier on in the day, and the mammoth graveyard. That is not the work of the gods, but of poison and false rites, you say. As you indeed seal the deal.
Case
And
closed.
yeah. What does success look like here for you guys? Well, a small faction of the tribe, maybe 12 people in all, or 12 to 16 people, will agree to stall Nerthas' advances in the tribe and to help you ambush the ogres. Half ogres, sorry. And they'll basically show you the way. They'll come with you, and they'll help you try and circumvent these ogres, or fight them if needed. So well done.
All right.
So how many of them agreed to join Varn?
Well, let's say that it's 12 plus a d4. 11 plus a d4. You can roll it, Corgi.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Of course.
2.
So 13 guys, plus 1. So that's 14. And it's like average of the tribes people, right? So some warriors, some hunters, and some experienced warriors. So there is an optional thing you can do here, and Varn brings it up with you guys. We actually have quite a strong support here now, he says. If you want to, we can try and go into the camp and talk to Runa and see if we can't sway him to our cause as well. But it's up to you.
Wag, 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 wag.
Well, the risk is more the merrier, but the risk is setting off the rest of the tribe against us.
Yeah, and especially Varn says Nertha, if she gets catches wind of this, she might try and you know, arrest you or.
Mm-hmm. We'll be fighting the entire village or tribe.
Yeah, that would be bad. We don't want to cause a civil war here if we can avoid it.
Now, did the 12 go back to camp, or are they still with us?
No, they're still here. Yeah.
Right.
You guys still need to decide on the details here.
Right.
Yeah.
Did Gareth overhear the one whispering a prayer to Oral, or was that just Corgi heard that? Or do you want me to roll? That?
Sure, you can roll a perception roll to see if it's just DC 10 is fine.
Okay, good. I heard it.
Yeah, you did hear it.
I'm gonna pull Varn aside and point that one out and say that she may be faithful to Oral.
She might be on the fence, he says. Well, several of them might be. I mean, if we want to do this, we should probably get going pretty much now, before they lose their heart. But yeah, that's good observation, he says.
All right.
So this is roughly how many people are in camp? So this 12 would be like what percentage of the camp?
That is nearing in the halfway mark of when it comes to
Just about
warriors and things like that. So there are maybe 30 to 40 people in there that can fight, and then there are as many again. There are children and non-fighting types.
Not including the 14 with us, or is that total?
That's total, yeah. So.
All right, so we took 14 away. Okay.
The tribe, yeah.
Well, they're not all. The 14 that are with us aren't all fighters. They're just. Or are they all warriors?
They are either warriors or hunters or experienced fighters.
Okay.
That's
okay.
They on
Yeah, I'm more.
All right, so we are right about 50% of their force.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, a fight in the camp, he says. That would not be good.
No, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. There's 14 on our side and there's 26 on theirs. Yeah, that's not a.
That's you guys, so it is pretty
Yeah.
much 50-50.
Would it be possible to bring Runa out here?
I don't know how we could do that, he says, but if you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It's possible, Gareth. If I can get within. You know where I'm going to go with
There
this.
you go. It's got a command again.
If I can get within 60 feet, I can persuade them with the command to walk in our direction.
That's not
It worked.
persuasion. I mean, that's just me. Sorry. Alexica's thinking it in her head.
It's just a suggestion. Highly suggestive suggestion.
Oh, no.
It worked.
No. Suggestion is a different spell. No, I'm kidding.
But we already made contact with this spell the last time. It's just pulling the one out.
It's possible, Varn says, if you can sway him with your magics, but then he won't be pleased to deal with us once he finds out. That's the problem, isn't it? Or once he realizes.
So Nerta, how was Runa is the actual leader? How was he deposed? Like,
Deposed.
like how did Nerta get power?
Okay, Varn
Runa is the actual.
Varn says that well, it happened gradually. First of all, Runa One Eye is a mighty warrior, but he is old. He has seen a lot in his days, and he might not have perhaps the fire that he once did, and the clarity of mind. I'm not saying that he's, losing his faculties, but the clarity, the sense of purpose that you pretty much must have as a leader of these of our tribe. And so she came to us, and we needed a wise woman, and she became it. And she started whispering in his ear, and now more people listen to her than him, I think, or well, half of them anyway.
So it wasn't a violent overthrowing.
No, she's not. She has never showed any tendencies towards violence. She just has a silver tongue, and the power of Orwell behind her. With the branding and that. I think.
Is she using magic to persuade him? Do you think? Like it's like he's under a spell.
Not to my knowledge, she says, but I wouldn't put it past her. And Selva says that I think that the branding is that purpose. It serves that. It fills the tribesmen who undertake it with that, you know, singular purpose, and makes them hard, and makes them more able to survive out here, you know. And that kind of is what he's lacking. But she agrees with Varns. I haven't seen any magic used on Runa either. But who knows? I don't know much about magic, she says.
Okay, so the only other thing without causing any kind of a skirmish within the camp, within the village, is Selva, is there a way to get one or two or even the three of us to Runa to speak with him quietly?
Sure, we could probably try and sneak you guys in. In fact, when we walk back here, you can just sort of come along, and then we can try and sneak you in. Mechanically, though, that would be 1 or 2 stealth rolls to get in, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means Alexia will have to blend in. One of our sled dogs.
Leave the dog outside, they say, because we have wolves, of course.
And
they won't be best pleased, I assume, with a little tiny thing like that. It would just be a nibble for them.
Yeah. Well, that. My thought is if it's too difficult to get Runa to us, then take us to him.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
So that's the plan. Then we both go in on our stealth. Alexia stays on the outside to protect our escape if things go sour.
She will cover you.
Yeah. I feel.
Sure.
I like this plan. Let's go.
Yeah, I like it too.
Where do these stairs go?
This plan about how the little cute dog is gonna cover your retreat.
Yeah.
Wag 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 wag.
Do we not have any tokens on it? Oh, well, yeah, we do.
Top left. Yep. All right. Can I take a quick 5-minute to use the restroom?
No.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
Really going.
No
Sorry.
No, unacceptable.
Unacceptable! I'll be right back.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, because the last thing Gareth wants to do is start a civil war inside this village.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, Varn's backup plan, if you don't want to do this, is he says to you, if you think it's too risky, what we'll do is we'll go and deal with the ogres. If that is very successful, then I will enter the village, and with the support of these tribesmen, I might be able to basically oust Runa,
Okay,
and then
so
expel Nertha.
there's that too.
That would be my plan. But if you can sway him, you know, without me having to do that, that would be even better. By the way, Ed, why don't you take an inspiration for your planning?
Ooh. My conniving.
Yeah, your conniving ways. I have channel points to click on. Let's do that.
Yeah, because I mean, you figure this village is already kind of fractured.
Yeah.
I don't think it would take too much to widen the rift.
No. That is true.
And being a tribesman myself, I can.
You certainly get it.
Yeah.
You guys have had, your tribe has had plenty of internal strife lately as well. It seems to be going around. I think you had a rumor about that as well, didn't you? Or maybe it was your backstory?
My backstory is I'm Anunnaki.
Yeah.
So I mean I know the whole story of what happened with the Anunnaki, but I think there was a rumor that we picked up something about the feud.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you're right.
Or not Akhenathi, not Anunnaki.
I don't remember those names.
Club.
Was that you, Corgi, or was it Avalar? That was Avalar going down some stairs, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Yes.
Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Overhearing you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Sumerian. Oh, jeez.
The Sumerians.
Sumerians. Thank you.
Anunnaki.
So, overhearing you guys.
Anunnaki instead of Akhenathi.
Actually, Corgi, I have a question. Can you not see the map now?
I can, yeah.
Oh, good. But you can't see your token.
I cannot see my token, but I can see the from the some sort of light from this area, or the source of view from this area.
Yeah, so how about I put you right here? What happens then?
Nothing.
Do you see the whole thing?
No, still the same.
Oh, that's
She may
really
be on
odd.
the wrong layer.
No, yeah, I put her on the GM layer because she's not
Oh.
there, right? But you know what? I'll just not do that. You can be there, just don't.
Overheard the Varen's other option about the ogres. Is that a route we want to take? Kind of leave it up to the fate of the tribe's power structure to sort itself out. If we take down these ogres, give him the chief title, kind of thing.
I mean, it I don't know. It may it may cause less infighting if we go into the village. I can't guarantee that we won't start some kind of civil war inside the village with the two factions. But
yeah, it seems like a no-win.
If we're able to defeat a common enemy and return,
It'll solidify the tribe.
It may support our cause. Yeah, it may support our cause.
So maybe that's what you opt for instead then.
Yeah.
I think that's the better option. He'll become through battle, he'll become the chief and can overthrow the current chief and Naratha and solidify the tribe under his banner.
Bloody hell, are you? There you are. That's
What's your
cool.
vote, Alexia?
I think the vote is open, Alexia. You can vote.
Alright, if you want to know how I feel, based upon my in-depth historic knowledge of tribes of this area, do I know that somebody winning a battle earns some sort of favor with their people?
You can roll history.
I would know exactly what I'm talking about.
There's plenty of examples like that. Yes.
Then I'll say, well, if we can beat the orcs, it might give Varn enough of a power hold that he might be able to convince more people to join his side and thusly be in Runa's favor. Because if, according to what we're hearing, the power balance is that Nartha is able to make these people strong against the weather. If we can prove that we have another person who's strong against these orcs that are in the area, then, you know, maybe that will give leverage.
It's ogres.
I was just thinking that the whole time as well. I didn't hear you.
Whatever, it's fine. I'm very knowledgeable about the history of these people, not about ogres.
Orcs don't care for the cold.
Maybe that's why they're so angry.
This plays right into her character too. By the way, she totally mispronounced the name.
That's true,
It's
actually.
true.
Yeah. That's really good. Well played, Corgi.
Thank you.
So, I think
It's like that time when I was playing Phoebe and I said the ears have walls.
Yes, the ears have walls.
Yes. We'll never live that down.
So the tribesmen that you have, or folk that you have with you, take you along this rough path here. It's the dead of night, and you get to around here when suddenly there is an enormous shift in the weather. Rapidly, the wind shifts from easterly to westerly, and an enormous storm washes over the land. Can you guys roll Arcana if you have it trained?
I do.
I don't.
A 10.
A 13.
Zakun. As the storm draws or sweeps in, you clearly hear a voice on it. That voice that you have heard before, of Oral, shouting obscenities at you, threatening you.
So like an old man, I shake my fist at the clouds.
Yeah. Well, what happens is you guys have to scramble to dig yourself in, basically. Yeah. So, could we have some sort of survival roll, Gareth?
Sure. Ooh, a 6.
Indeed. So, this storm it really sweeps in without warning, and you are caught outside, and you need to all roll a con save. Remember that it's a DC 15, but remember that most of you have advantage on cold-based con saves.
Ooh, double 9s.
I would say that both Gareth and Zakun get caught in this and take some damage from basically ice and snow hammering you. 7 points for you, Gareth. Cold resistance halves it. And 10 points for you, Zakun. Cold resistance halves it.
So I get vanished though, right? I didn't roll a second roll.
What?
Do you have cold resistance?
Yes. With the winter's gear, I think I do.
Yeah, you kind of do. I suppose. No, you don't. No.
Okay. Sounds good.
The winter gear makes it so you don't have disadvantage.
Gotcha. All right, 10 damage and just 10 damage, no exhaustion.
No exhaustion. And you guys then managed to dig yourselves in.
The reason I didn't take any damage is because I was digging like a hedgehog, you know, like taking in all the snow with my front feet and then just ejecting it with my back feet.
Like a dog.
Just a little corgi tunnel.
Digging like a dog.
Yeah.
It's that gift with the corgi that just dives in the snowbank and disappears.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it for sure. Yeah, some of the tribesmen also get battered, but you guys do manage to dig in that, and you spend a couple hours dug in thus, and then in the dead of night it stops. The storm fades, and all that is left is a light snow. But yeah, you guys, I assume, continue?
Yes.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Well, you reach this point here.
Did we get a short rest in while we were doing that?
You could have taken a short rest, yes.
Okay. Oh, your hit die.
What was that?
I said roll your hit die.
Yeah, you can restore
It's a
health.
wink to Avalar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm decided whether a cleric or a sorcerer. Cleric's gotta roll that. Of course. 4.
I mean, it's better
Something.
than a kick in the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. That's max. All right.
It is max.
Excellent. I don't think I've seen that before.
I've never done that before, I don't think.
No. I was like, how do you restore 14 on a hit die? And then I had to look. But it's your con bonus too, isn't it? So.
Yep.
So you come to this place, and let's see here. You are down here. Can you guys see anything?
It's
Just-
very. I mean, I can see the edge outline of.
I
the
can,
land?
see,
there's a
I can
camp.
see the camp.
I can see the camp.
Yep. Okay, cool. Does anybody have a light source or night vision or anything like that? I don't think that's.
Yeah,
All I have is my magical lantern.
Yeah.
I have
Dark
a
vision at 60.
I have dark vision and I have the spell light if I need to use it.
All right. Well, let's hold it to that for now. Can you see better? Should be able to.
I can.
I see nothing around me, but I do see the camp.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, because I put night vision 0 on you. Do you have 60, Avatar?
Yeah. 60 dark vision, I think it's 20, then something 30 dim light or something like that. Something like that.
Oh, you see it. You see better now. Do you have
Yes.
the lantern out, Gareth, or do you? Check the dark? They will obviously see you if.
No, I'll leave it covered for now. But
Yep. No worries. Okay, cool.
I'll help guide him.
So you are approaching the camp. You see in the distance massive fires, and you do see people around them as well. But we could maybe start with some perception rolls to see how much you see. So
yeah.
everybody roll. If you yeah. I've done something with the scale on my thing. Okay, let me go.
24.
14. 24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, that plus, what the hell? That's a good roll.
It's the
okay,
wisdom of the clerics. Wisdom of clerics.
First of all,
You're supposed to be charisma. You're not supposed to be smart.
you spot a sentry.
Sorcerer. Okay.
Right here. And,
We all do,
Sakum,
or-
you,
Yep, good. I'm sorry.
you all spot him. Sakum, you also spot another sentry over here.
To the left, or to the middle.
Yeah. This one here.
These get.
The one straight up is the one that we all see, but you see
Yep.
the one over to the left.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You also see, all of you, some fellows around the camp here. And some guys up here. And you hear, Corgi,
Yeah.
roaring of a beast of some sort. And Sakum says, it looks like massive woolly rhinoceri. And finally, because 24 is like massive, you also see a third sentry up here.
I think we've made a mistake.
And the goal here, by the way, is to get to here, to the left-hand side of the map. And you have, of course, people with you. But it'll take me a little while here to figure that out. Because I didn't think about that part.
Alright, why is doing that if I can pre-cast aid to everybody?
Ooh.
Second level, aid.
What's that? Like 2 temp hit points or something, or?
So it'd be 3
that
creatures in
reasonable?
front of me. Yeah, 3 creatures. So it's only 3. I can't do the whole group. So your hit points maximums and current hit points increase by 5 for 8 hours.
All right, so your max goes up by 5. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Which you're thinking I was probably blessed, but it's only a minute duration, so I have to be choosy with that.
Man, these are shamans. I thought they were hunters. You don't have a whole cohort of shamans with you.
I could cast it at 3rd level, give you 10, but I already called it, so there it is. 5. I'll save that 3rd level something else. Because I see we have to do a lot of healing here.
Right, let me actually go and find the hunters. Maybe I've been delirious all this time and just put shamans out instead of hunters. Yeah, that's it.
We can talk about why are you doing that? We talk about strategy. So I tell them the sentries that I see that they probably don't see, and what's the attack plan here, guys?
Run away.
Think we could take the sentry in front of us down quietly, pick them off?
Possibly.
We're coming with a pretty large crowd, though. It's like a small army.
Stay back, Barn says. This is Barn, by the way.
I'd learn.
I don't have a lot of experience with half ogres, but I don't think my heavy crossbow is going to take him down quietly. I'm sure he'll put up a fight.
I mean, maybe it's best to run distraction. Have them do a distraction while we try to, and pull him away from the camp while we attempt to make it through.
So what? I guess
Good.
What is the main goal of this? To kill these half ogres?
No, the main goal for you guys anyway is to get to, if you see where I'm.
Yeah. So just to basically get off the map past the camp.
Yeah. For Varn, he says, well, you know, any sort of victory we can win here against them would be good for my position. However, we promise to get you through. So whatever we can do to get you through, that's what we'll do. Also, he says, they might look tough, these half-ogres, but they aren't that bad.
Ogre's one thing, the rhinoceri. They got a heck of a charge.
They can be tricksy, he says, yeah. They use them as mounts sometimes.
Very true.
I mean, I guess we can do what we can, but we need to try to take out the sentries first if you want to attack. If you want to run diversion, then we need to split the group and have one group obviously.
If we attack the one that's directly north of us, that may draw the others to his aid.
Yeah, if he makes a sound. So I see at least 2 sentries we have to walk past, right? So if I draw to get the objective is try to get through the map. So if I go this way, hang on. That's 2 sentries we have to sneak past.
Where are we trying to get to? Up here?
Down here.
Over here behind the tents.
Western edge of the map.
Western edge.
Western edge, okay.
And this is a climb right here, right? Next to us?
Yep, you can climb down. That's for sure.
Oh, that's down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, that's climb down.
No, well, now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're sort of on a ridge here.
A chasm. Fall into a chasm there.
Yeah, don't fall into.
Knowing my luck.
We can sneak around the 2 sentries, get past the rhinoceri, and make way to this cave, and then there'll be a choke point.
This cave? Yeah.
Probably be trapped too, so I mean...
That could be a choke point.
I don't know, whatever you guys want to try. I'm game.
Varn says, you've always struck me as a sneaky fellow, Alexica. Isn't there some way for you to take out the a sentry or 2 without them making a sound?
Indeed, with luck I could.
Ah, you're riddled with luck. You're a lucky dog.
I literally have fallen off of a cliff into frozen water and swam towards the bottom of the ocean.
Yes, but that's all behind you now.
Or in front of her. Whatever you want to look at it.
the tribesman seems happy to create a diversion for you if you guys want them to. So they would be willing to attack from one side, for instance, or something like that.
I could try to sneak up on this guy and see how it goes, but if things go awry, I'm going to need backup.
Well, he's about 70 feet from us.
I can get there in. I could get there in next round.
I can get
It's
there in a
fine.
turn.
That's fine.
I can get there in a turn.
I can run and dash.
I can run and dash, but I also would like to have movement chance to get away if things go wrong. So I would get up to him, wait, and then go up to him.
You could bonus action dash, and then you'd still technically have your attack.
I kind of like what
But
Vern was saying about the.
I'm not going to take him down with just.
No, but if
an
I'm standing
attack.
there next to you.
Kind of. So Varn had a good idea with using. I lost my train of thought.
How much damage would you do, Alexka, on a sneak attack? And
On a
another attack? Assuming they both hit and do sort of average damage?
Let's see. Well, what is my sneak? My sneak attack is 3d6.
So 11. On average, I mean.
Yeah, and then my rapier would be 1d8 plus 4. So maybe.
So 8
or 9?
or 9, yeah.
And
then your
my-
dagger.
And then my dagger would do
Is
6.
it D4? 6.
Yeah.
So 25 damage you would do on average on a round.
Here's a thought.
I'll tell you what. With a
But
bit
I'd like
of
to do-
luck, you will take him down in a round. Just you. Lexica.
So
here's a
Varn
thought,
mentioned something.
Lexica.
Sorry.
Let Ed finish.
I can make it there in a dash. I can carry you, and then you have everything.
Or, so I like
just
Varn's.
imagine you holding me out like a little.
I'll just tuck you in like a football and just run to 70.
That's not stealthy at all.
No?
Well, you're not gonna stealth and dash. I mean, it's.
Are we doing
I was.
But you
Oh,
could
go ahead.
stealth, you know, just
could
generally
stealth.
stealth and take your time.
Yeah.
I like Varn's idea where you can actually do a diversion to get the attention of the group.
But that would get the attention of everybody. It's then everything is on. We might get one down, but sneakily, but only one.
Or they might go attack if you go 100 yards to the west or east or west. They might follow that diversion.
If I go to 100 yards to the west,
No, our allies here.
Anyway.
that looks like I mean they're gonna have to follow.
It's feet.
that
Okay.
cell line.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to climb down that face.
Yeah,
And
they'd
then-
have to go this
yeah.
way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Warren says we can attack like this from this direction, and you guys can sneak down this direction. Maybe something
Okay.
like that. It's a thought. But the thing is, though, guys, I don't think we can start this today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
we-
still.
we-
Yep.
Literally
Wow.
spent like almost 20 minutes planning this. We're definitely gonna forget it by next time, so I better write it down.
No,
Yeah, you
next
better
week
write it
I'm
down.
gonna pick up Alexa and just charge at that guy.
Yeah, that's the first thing that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna bonus action rage, grab you, and run straight at that guy's face.
I'm gonna still be
Hold you
talking,
out.
and you're just gonna scoop me.
If we, yeah. That's
So I'll
gonna
have
be great.
I'll have Spare to Die and ready to go for you guys. And I'm like, hut 1, hut 2, hike.
Man, we should play some Blood Bowl at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think,
so I
yeah,
think,
this could be it. Yep.
We'll nip it in the bud here for tonight, and we'll continue next time with Stonejaw.
Come back next week for Rime and the Frostmaiden football.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So here, let me hit you up with some links. There's the links, and it looks like Old Dominion just came on with Lost Mines. I don't know what session. I don't know if they're just starting a Lost Mines campaign.
They just finished Rime, so it's
They just finished Rime.
They're probably just starting Lost Mines. So cool. So we can raid them. It says starting soon. I don't know when they're actually going to start their stream, but we can definitely give them a raid.
That sounds like
Lost Mines.
Yeah.
That's where we start. That's where we started at. Lost Mines.
Yeah. But yeah, guys,
Nostalgia.
thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very much
everybody.
for
Corgi,
hanging
thank you for the
out.
raid. Thank you for the raid, Corgi.
Yes, thank you
You're
for the raid.
welcome.
Yes. We'll throw her into the center of the camp next week, and
I'm gonna click the start raid, and it's gonna give me a 10-second timer, I think. So everybody say their goodbyes.
Bye.
Stick around for more channel points.
Time for Tubby bye-byes.
yeah.
Time for bye bye.
Follow the raid, guys.